It's the Takeover. It's the Takeover right here on CBJ Radio. We're always bringing you the coolest artists on Wednesday nights, and tonight's no different. Canadian singer, songwriter, guitarist, producer Tim Steinruck. This guy's a busy man. He's in the band The Mighty One. He's the owner and CEO of Begin Street Studios. He's the president of Pierce Media. He's a consultant at Big Records. He works at Rise Up TV, and that's just some of the things he's up to. The Mighty One band has a Christmas single out called Christmas in the North. It's Christmas season. We're excited to have Tim on the show. First, Tim, thanks so much for coming on.
Oh, man, it is a pleasure to be here, Jeff. Absolute pleasure. And, yeah, I'm driving right now, and it came from meeting with a alcohol sponsor that I'm working with, and they're called Rockin' Vodka. And so I found one of the only bottles of Rockin' Vodka in all of British Columbia at this little liquor store in a place where I was born called Murrayville, which is just outside of Vancouver. So I'm actually a very happy man right now.
Wow. So did they send you on that mission, or did you send it to go find the bottle of vodka?
I took it on myself to find this bottle of vodka.
Wow. Well, good work, Tim. That's pretty sweet. You've had a crazy month. You wrapped up a tour where you performed in Nashville for the first time. So first, how was that, popping your cherry in Nashville?
That was absolutely incredible. I never figured I'd go there because I'm not really a country musician. I figured that was only, that's a country music place. Of course, that's not true. There's so much music there. It was incredible to see all of the different places there. Like as far as BMI, ASCAP, all these people who collect royalties for us from around the world, they all have their main offices there because Nashville is a songwriter mecca.
Yeah. And then this was all filmed for Rise Up TV. Can you watch it now, or is it coming out, or what's the story?
I think we're probably with episodes when we film them. By the time the editing process and everything, it's about 6 months.
Okay.
But we have got a number of episodes coming out shortly. We're doing some right now negotiations with some of the networks. We are talking to Netflix. We are talking to Crave and Hulu. And those episodes will be coming out soon. Yeah,
because Rise Up TV, you're in cahoots with this thing. It's like what? It's like 5 artists from 5 different bands, and you go out and do different. This was like a Keith Whitley kind of tribute this time.
It was. The Keith Whitley Corporation and their foundation were involved on this one, and we actually performed some Keith Whitley music, which was very cool. But yeah, Rise Up TV is an incredible TV show that shows what it's like, and the challenges, the wins, the ups, the downs of touring. We have a tour bus down there now, but crazy stuff happens. You don't need to script any TV here. This is the real thing that happens on the road, and it's so entertaining. I'm happy to be the co-producer, co-director, and sort of production manager of the show, and I'm really excited for releasing some episodes with some of the major networks in 2024.
You can't see us, but I know we're both 25 years old, but not really. You started this dream back in 1989, Tim. What the hell's this story with you and Paul Stanley? Tell us, give us this story.
Well, I mean, I can give you the abbreviated one. I could go on for hours about that, but I mean, just to give you some background, I grew up in northern British Columbia on a farm. We had a grain farm, and I found this building. Like when I got electric guitar, it was a pretty religious community. It was Mennonite community. I don't know if you know what Mennonites are, yeah. But Mennonites are kind of like the Amish, really, in a lot of ways. And that's where I grew up. And so I got electric guitar. I used to play in the church all the time. After I got the electric guitar and the distortion pedal, I wasn't really so welcome anymore. But so I had to take my guitar and my amp out to one of the silos, one of the granaries, and I put it in there with like 300 feet of extension cord from the chicken and pig barn. And I will never forget plugging in the first time, cranking it to 10, and hearing that whole building vibrate. It really set my purpose on what I was supposed to do in life, and I've never looked back since. But one of the things that happened early on, and that was in 1989, was that Kiss was playing in Vancouver. We found out where they were staying, and we got them a demo tape. We got a call the next day from Paul Stanley. He was on the tour bus on the way to Seattle, and he said, "Hey, boys, we just listened to your tape. Can you come down to Seattle? We'd like you to be our guest tonight." And that was a crazy ride for about 4 or 5 years.
Wow. So, I mean, because that demo tape never saw the light of day, right?
It never saw the light of day yet.
But, exactly.
We're actually now that Kiss is sort of at the end of their run, as it were, right? They are actually going to retire. We're talking about pulling that. We found out where the tapes are. We actually have the physical 24-track tape. And if it is salvageable, we may actually finish that recording.
That's amazing. So you got to meet Paul, Gene, the guys back in '89?
Absolutely. We were recording at their studio in East LA called The Factory.
What was it, Casablanca Records, or what was the record label?
There was Polygram, actually, who had put up the money for this particular deal.
Okay.
And Paul Stanley wanted to try his hand at managing bands, so he started a management company, and we were his first band.
So the ups and downs of that, you start a cleaning business, you get enthralled with that, you make some money, life's going pretty good, but then you get the itch again, and the Mighty One, you started it, in like 2008?
2007, put out the first record, yeah. I mean, I'd been playing music the whole time, but, after the whole deal fell apart, right?
Yeah, you're devastated.
I was devastated, yeah. It took me a few years to come back from that, so... Yeah, I went in, being an entrepreneur like I am, I started a cleaning business in the film industry, which was very successful, but it did take me away from everything that was my purpose with music. And so eventually I had to let that go. And since then, I have not turned back. It has been all guns blazing, pedal to the metal. Let's do this shit.
Go and check him out. We're talking with Tim Steinruck, the Mighty One .rocks. You can go check him out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. They're everywhere. And the Christmas single is out now, Christmas in the North. You're going to be hearing that here pretty soon. I just saw a video you just posted, I think, today. You're a life coach too, Tim. What's going on with this master of your reality?
Yeah, well, one of the things that happened when I sold my business and I was trying to get my head straight, I by chance fell into working with this group that has my mentor. His name is Satyan Raja. He's one of my mentors, and he had developed these techniques of removing blocks that were keeping you from having success and fulfilling your purpose. I just sold my business. I was back to my purpose. This thing came up, and I went, you know what? I'm going to dive into this to not only help myself, but then maybe I can help others with that. And that's where I'm at now.
Wow. So go and check him out. He's on Facebook. You can also go check out Tim at timsteinruck.com if you want to just go check out his stuff. And we can't see you, but you need to go check out Tim because he's got the craziest beard, or he's got one of the top 10 beards in the country, or in the world, I think. He's been working on this for 20 years. What are you doing with this Christmas at, what is it, Burnaby Village Museum? What's this?
Oh, yeah. So that's one of the other things I've taken on. This is going to be my 5th year. I was a year off in between with COVID, but I embody the role of Father Christmas and not Santa. That's what people need to realize. It's not Santa. It's Father Christmas. This is before the whole Coca-Cola corporate Christmas thing came in and changed everything to this fat guy in a red and white suit. I get to take on the role of somebody who is almost more of a religious figure, right? With furs and robes and being there to give gifts and help the underprivileged. That was what Father Christmas was. So this village is from the 1900s, okay? So the whole vibe is 1900s. So I am, unadulterated Santa Claus.
Wow. How much do you do that?
That'll be every weekend now until Christmas, and the week before, I think I'm every single day.
Yeah.
I see probably in the whole time that I'm there, I probably sit with 20 to 30,000 people.
Holy cow! So it's huge. It's a big deal in Vancouver.
Spreading the love, Jeff.
Exactly, spreading the love and spreading the holiday cheer. You're
That's
also
right.
a producer. You got a song in the works with Dusty Marcus?
Dusty Marcus is actually, as a matter of fact, he's sitting in the car with me right now because he came down he's on the other side of Canada in London, Ontario, and he came to town. We actually just shot a music video for this song that I wrote specifically for him. And the last time that he was here in May, we're really excited about it. This is a new direction for Dusty Marcus, who's more of sort of a folk rock artist. Well, we definitely, with this song, it's called Dangerous. We're definitely taking it to the next level. He's put on the black shades. He's got the black leather jacket on. Look out. Dusty's about to rock.
Yeah, it's dangerous.
He's getting dangerous, that's for sure. How does it work when you say, I wrote a song specifically for him?
Yeah, well, it was a very interesting story because when he was here in May or April, we were sitting there the one night, and of course, I've got so much going on, but I said to him, I said, you know what, Dusty, I've got a couple of hours tonight. You give me the title of the song. We'll go downstairs. I will write the song. I will produce your vocal for you. You sing it, and we will mix and master the song. We've got 2 hours.
We did it in 2 hours.
We did it in 2 hours.
We did it. Yeah.
Wow, that's
Can't
impressive.
Can't wait to share it with you, Jeff. It's amazing.
Man, so when is it coming? The first of the year?
I think February 5th, I believe, is the date.
Yeah.
February 5th, it's coming. Well, and also, Tim, congratulations. We're in ISA. We were the 2001 radio station of the year. So we're all ISA winners here. You just got Band of the Year, Male Album of the Year, Male Songwriter this summer in Atlanta. That's awesome.
That was a very, very magical trip to go down there, to be part of that whole thing, to sit in the theater. And I mean, I was not expecting to win anything, honestly, Jeff. But then to win 1 and then 2 and then 3, I'm just like, whoa, it was an absolute mind blower. I love Isa. I love Tammany Dove and everything that she's doing there. And we are going to be back there. We're actually going to be headlining the awards show summer 2024, August 24th, I believe is the date of the show.
Wow. Well, that's cool. Congratulations. Yeah, since you swept everything, now you got to go back and perform, and you'll be a judge for a couple years.
Yeah, I'm a gold judge this year already too. Yeah, already giving back in a very big way.
What's with the collaborations? You've collaborated with a ton of artists in the last year. Was that been on purpose? Are you bored with yourself? You need a friend? What's happening, Tim?
I love being co-creative. You know, I love, writing my own stuff and doing my own thing. And as you know, I do rock and roll, but I also have some spiritual music. I do sound healing, et cetera. But what I love the most in songwriting is working with others and creating something together. And I've got 3 collaborations coming up in 2024 that you'll see shortly that'll be outside of what I do with the Mighty One, for sure. And it excites me. I love it. And I believe that the music industry that I came from when I was working with Paul Stanley was a very competitive industry. Everybody seemed to be competing against each other. Now we are in more of a co-creative space, right? It's about collaboration. It's about doing things together. It's about artists lifting each other up. And that's what I love the most.
Well, and if you want to do that, you're in the right organization, because ISA, you'll have plenty to collaborate with.
100%. And it's happening. It's happening.
Well, this beard you've been growing for 20 years. What's with Mammoth Beard Company?
Mammoth Beard Company is a BC company, a startup. And they've got amazing beard products, beard oils, beard waxes, shampoos, things like that. But it's just got a really earthy vibe to it. And so I called them up this summer and I said, listen, guys, I love your stuff. I've got one hell of a beard, and that one hell of a beard is all over social media. I'm doing all sorts of stuff. Let's work together. You know, you promote me, I'll promote you. And they said, let's do it. And they sent me a box of all this beautiful product. And I'm so grateful for those guys. They're amazing.
You don't have it braided right now. Go check out Tim. TimSteinruck.com. Also, themighty1.rocks. Go to YouTube. Check out any of his videos. This thing is a beast. How long is the beard?
Well, I am starting to tickle my belly button. So.
And no end in sight. And obviously, you have to be in a ZZ Top cover band.
Well, of course. Yeah, so started as a ZZ Top tribute band. Didn't want to do just like an average, let's just play ZZ Top. This is a Vegas style show, with a video production, many costume changes, custom guitars. It's basically like a traveling ZZ Top museum. And since we lost Dusty Hill just recently, it's got more of a how shall I say, more of a reason to do what we do, you know? And so I met Billy Gibbons actually at South by Southwest. I think it was 2011. And we were hanging out at the bar having a drink, and people were doing double takes, like,
well, exactly.
What's going on over here?
That had to be amazing. Hopefully, you got a picture of you two guys together.
I think I did. I may not have, because I have the opportunity with the business that I'm in, because I work in the entertainment business, also doing concerts and concert production, and sometimes it just doesn't feel right. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
To impose that on somebody, especially if you're having a personal connection.
Go check them out, themighty1.rocks. They're on Facebook, Instagram. Go to YouTube, check out all their stuff. Christmas in the North, the video is also out now. Christmas in the North, this is crazy, because another radio DJ from down in New Zealand, Australia, somewhere down.
New Zealand, yeah.
Hooked you guys up. You have the Viking Queen from Norway. Tell us how this song happened.
Oh, my goodness. So during the pandemic, we couldn't go out. We couldn't do stuff. So I started having little parties online, Zoom parties online. And I'd met Grant and Barbara from New Zealand with their radio station, Galaxy 107. And they introduced me to Gear, the manager of the band Viking Queen. We got together. We were one night, all the time zone differences and stuff. We were having some drinks, and I think I probably nodded off for a bit. And suddenly I hear, Tim. And I kind of woke up out of my stupor. And it was Gear, and he says, Tim, we need to write a Christmas song. And this was just before Christmas, right? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And I said, what would it be called? And he goes, Christmas in the North. And I'm like, okay. And the next day I started demoing it, and we got it out before Christmas. We shot a video for it, the whole bit. And Christmas in the North is about brotherhood, and how, both of us live in the North. Norway's in the North. Yeah. Canada's in the North where we are. And so that's what it's about. It's about brotherhood and about enjoying Christmas in the North, and about having a few drinks together. That's what it's about.
Yeah, Christmas in the North. You're going to hear it here in just a second. How have you done it, Tim, by being able to come to the States? Because I talked to a ton of Canadian artists, and they're like, it's such a pain in the ass, we don't even want to deal with it. How are you doing it?
Well, if anybody wants to go to the States, the best way to do it is to join up with a union called the AFM, the American Federation of Musicians. That is a company it's a union that takes care of American and Canadian artists as a North American entity. No, they help you through the process.
Huh? Well, cool. With all the visas and everything else, or all the crap you got to go through.
Exactly. Yeah, all of that stuff.
Well, go and check him out. I don't know when he sleeps, but it's timsteinruck.com, themighty1.rocks. Here is their Christmas single, Christmas in the North. Tim, Merry Christmas. Thanks so much for coming on.
Merry Christmas to you and your family, Jeff. Thank you so much for having me on. And thank you to all of your amazing listeners. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah, it's from Father Christmas himself. And Merry Christmas to you, Dusty. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Here it is, Christmas in the North. It's the Mighty One. It's the Takeover, cbjradio.com.